Right. Looks a little better. Good. Okay. As I have often said, there are a lot of moving parts to starting a live stream. So thank you for your patience this morning. Let's come into our comfortable seat, cross-legged on our mat or whatever that looks like for you, and close down your eyes. Take a few moments to arrive here, grounded through the sit bones, lengthened through the spine, and lifted through your crown of head with some activity in your core area. So just a little bit of a tone of the musculature there. And welcoming in a deep breath through your nose, freshening up the respiratory system with a big breath in together. And then out the mouth, just unblocking the blockages, unsticking the stickiness. Breath in through the nose. And then bring your hands to your heart space, Namaskar Mudra, chin to chest slightly, and let's begin with an Om this morning. So inhale through your nose. Start to rub the hands together and create some friction and warmth in the palms of the hands. Getting nice and hot. And then cover your eyes with those warm palms and absorb the energy from that warmth. And then as you start to open your eyes up, peel your hands away. Cactus the hands to express the fingers wide, widen the collarbones as well. Inhale, retract the shoulder blades, open the chest forward, and then exhale, elbow and hands come to touch in front of your body, C shape in the spine. So inhale, open up, widen up, big breath in, and then exhale, hug it in, round the back body, chin to chest. 2 more like that. So inhale, peel open, warming up the spine, allowing length to come and go. Exhale, breath. Now this time as you go out and open up, inhale. With your exhale, take your right arm out in front of you first and then cross the left elbow over the top of the right. Option 1 is hold your shoulders, or option 2 is binding up into your eagle wrap, lifting all of the elbow and forearms to the ceiling with your inhale, and then exhale, creating that dome in the upper back and the belly button in, elbows towards the chest. There's your exhale. So inhale, lift. This is super useful stretch, especially if you tend to get a little bit tight across your upper back, the postural muscles there. As a result of typing all day, this is a really expansive breath work, integrating. From your center line with your forearms forward, if you're able to, take them slightly over to the left. It's going to give you a really good stretch down your left outer shoulder and allowing a bit more space between the shoulder blades. Just hold that for 2 and for 1. Nice work. We'll come back to the other side in a moment. Let's take Bhastrika 2, another breath work technique, which will help us reduce the weight of the world on our shoulders. Okay, we all carry the weight of the world around, stress, fatigue, societal problems. So let's just remove those now. So inhale breath, you gather your shoulders up to your ears, and then with a forceful exhale out the nose, I beg your pardon, you drop them down. So it's just Nice work. Now let's just re-cactus the arms. Inhale, breath, open up. We'll just do one like this. Exhale, elbows and hands in towards the torso as you round the shape of the spine into a C. Then open up on the inhale and we'll switch it over. Take your left arm out first, right elbow over the top, shoulder hold option 1, bind it all up option 2. Either way, we're going to lift up through the chest on the inhale and draw the elbows towards the groin on the exhale. One more like that. Inhale up and then exhale, draw your elbows in towards you, round the back body and create a dome in the upper back. Then come back through your center. And if you're able to do it with me, either stay where you are with your shoulder holds or press the forearms forward to the front of the room and then take your whole combination of arms to the right. It's going to give you a great stretch in that right shoulder, especially if you're like me and get sticky from all of the typing, all of the holding of devices and tablets, and generally just, shrinking forward. So just take a stretch there. Good job. Unravel, inhale, sweep up, reach up overhead to the ceiling, nice and long down the side bodies. Exhale, twist around to the left, right hand on your knee. Then retract ever so slightly. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist and release. Let's come back around through center. Inhale, up. And then exhale around to the right. So left hand on right knee, right hand behind you. Then come back with the inhale. So it's going to give you space to breathe. And then exhale, twist it a little deeper. Good work. Coming back through your center now. Seated Kundalini practices here. It's seated because I broke my toe and therefore I'm less active in my yoga practice than I normally am. So we'll just take a few moments here to integrate some of these powerful Kundalini practices and move that shift and stagnant energy away from us. So interlace your fingers behind your head. This one is a breathwork kriya. So it's very useful just to integrate your body and your breath, coordinating the hemispheres of your brain, the masculine and feminine, and harmonizing in your body. So as you twist to your right, you inhale through your nose, Ida Pingala, and then on your left, on the left is the nadis of the Pingala Nadi, So Ida to the right, Pingala to the left. So inhale through your nose and then exhale with an O shape out of your mouth. Like that. Good. Let's start. Inhale through the nose. Let this seated Kundalini practice really embolden you, enliven you. Feel the warmth rising up your spine as those harmonizing currents start to work together and begin to move you in the direction of more. Let's do 5 more in this direction. So inhale right, exhale left. Pause at the left and switch up the breath now. Inhale left. Exhale right. Last few. Come through your center and just integrate and absorb that with arms in a cactus shape. Just take a moment, take a breath to recognize how those powerful and potent internal latent energetics awaken with these practices, right? So dormancy is a condition of the human existence, right? We just get along with stuff, but actually taking the time to activate allows us to move in the direction of prosperity. So I encourage you to keep up with me. Let's go through the Hut Hari series. Twist to the right, recite the mantra Hut, and twist to the left, Hari. So as you go back and forth, it's a mantra kriya here, and your eyes are shifting with you, your gaze is off on the horizon, present. And the only thing that begins to happen here is you drop into the sound of the mantra recited, and you welcome that void, that space between thinking body and moving body. Hut, huddy, 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 hut, huddy. Switch your hands behind the head. Huddy, hut, 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 huddy, hut. Lengthen through the spine. Get the navel grind as you twist from right to left. Hut, huddy, 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 hut. Seamless transition here to holding your shoulders with your hands. Hut, huddy, 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 hut. Keep it up. Hut, huddy, 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 hut. Now come through your center and hold in the midline. Ground yourself. Become very aware of your breath as you extend your arms out into a 60-degree angle, lengthening through the fingertips. This breath work is 3-part inhale, 3-part exhale. So we'll gather the breath in through the nostrils with positivity and joy. So we're encouraging our auric field to charge up in the direction of more prosperity, right? So that's 3-part inhales like so. And as you do so, you create fists with your hands and you draw your elbows in tight towards your side body. And then the exhales where we get to cleanse the auric field around us. As you open your mouth, you go shh, 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 and you press away all of that negativity, all of the stickiness, all of the things that get in our way, the obstacles, right? Often placed there by ourselves, but also the obstacles and the grittiness of life. So the arms go back up into this beautiful big 60-degree angle, and the breath comes in with positivity. And then exhaling away all of that that doesn't serve you. Shh, shh, shh. Shh, shh, shh. So if you're new to this practice, Kundalini yoga is about activating our internal wisdom, activating the evolutionary process in the direction of more, becoming more abundant, more joyful, more energized, more kind, more caring, more aware. So as you draw that positive breaths in, exhale away the negativity, cleanse your auric field, welcome in the movement in the direction of more. Be more than you think you can be, because you can be so much more. Shh, shh, shh. 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 Last one. Go up and long and lengthen and lift it, and we'll just hold our ego conqueror for a few moments. So hug the thumbs in and interlace the fingers over the thumbs. Lengthen it all out. Lift through from the pelvic floor. So as you turn them on, you're lifting up and along the spine, and maybe you can just close down your eyes and visualize this experience of the warmth coming along your spine, the warmth in your legs, and remind yourself that that latent energy is there, that Shakti, the spark of femininity that allows for the dance with the masculine. And in that beautiful dance, the universe exists. Without each other, they do not create all the abundance that we understand and know. But when we only focus on one, or when we forget the other, because forgetting is a human condition, that's when we stay small. So come with me for a few more moments and get bigger and better and brighter and more abundant. Last 10. 9, 8, 7, 6. Last 5. Feel gravity, and it's saying, get out, you can't do this. But you say, I can do this. I'm strong. I'm capable. I'm competent. I'm intelligent. I'm wonderful. I'm all the things that we tell ourselves we're not. Last 2 and 1. Okay, that was a longer hold than I intended. Well done. Okay, let's come into some more traditional yoga poses now. So make your way onto your mat in an all-fours position. And just to be aware, everybody, I have a broken toe, so my practice is very different to normal. And therefore, we will just do some of my more available postures. So inhale into the cow spine and exhale, press away from the earth, dome the back into your cat. Just take a couple like that. Inhale through to cow. Closing your eyes, because this is a very personal set of postures that allow us to envisage the fluidity of our own incredible spine, the Sushumna channel. Ida and Pingala have been activated, and they're flowing along and punctuating through our chakras and dispelling those silly myths that we tell ourselves about ourselves, those falsehoods and misnomers. Turn this into sexy cat. It's a movement that doesn't need any explanation. It's this self-inquiry into areas that might feel a little sticky, a little resistant. You can change the orientation of your hands, get funky in the wrists and the elbows. Well, we all know what goes on these days. We type all day. So the wrists and the forearms get stuck in these patterns of behavior, and yoga's all about uncovering those patterns, discovering them, recognizing them, and asking ourselves, how can we adjust? How can we create a more abundance, more joy by just shifting our behavior and recognizing when things don't serve us? Okay, let's take ourselves through a couple of shoulder stretches, and then we'll come up into some standing postures. So right hand up to the sky. Inhale, breath, lengthen, lift, and then thread the needle through to the left-hand side. So you're lowering your right ear down. You're looking to the left. Your left hand might be in front of your face. Slide it forward, down the mat, away from you, and just rest your right ear, right side of your head, and your right shoulder on the mat for a moment. Return the left hand in front of your face. Sweep the right hand up to the ceiling. Draw circles in the ceiling with that right hand, and then lower right hand down. Inhale, left hand up to the ceiling. Press away, extend and lengthen, and then dive it in and under to the right in your thread the needle, left ear on the mat. And we take a moment to slide the right hand forward, pressing through the hand, and taking that weight into the side of the head, neck, and shoulder. But when you say taking the weight, you're not just pressing down. You're being very wise with your neck and your head, but it's just an area where we don't normally feel this kind of sensation. So we just let that sensation be something that we can work with this morning. Return the right hand back in front of your face, and then inhale, peel up that left hand to the ceiling. Some little circles just to reactivate the shoulder joint, and then coming back down into our tabletop position. I will take a modified downward facing dog here to reduce the issue with my toes. So I place my hands one handprint further forward, tucking the back toes, and then I'm going to lift up into down dog. So I'm just favoring my right leg while my left Little toe continues to recover from being broken by stubbing it on the bed head. Gosh, how many times have you done that and never thought, oh no, I probably broke that? Well, yeah, I broke it. I'm going to have to return that foot onto the mat, and I'm going to step my right foot forward into a lunge, taking a moment to modify and work with whatever you need here, but I would widen the stance. So as we come up into our warrior two, the back foot is parallel with the short edge of our mat, and the front foot points forward at 12 o'clock. The front knee tracks towards pinky toe. Hands on your hips to help ground through your Apana Vayu, the downward current of energy, and then open up the arms into your warrior two. Stay here for a breath as you feel the texture of the mat under the soles of your feet. You feel the Manipura chakra and all of the activation we did with our breath work earlier through the core. Reversing our warrior by flipping the right palm to the ceiling, taking the left hand down our left leg, but keeping the lunge in the front knee. Right elbow arrives on the right thigh with our extended side angle, Parsvakonasana, lengthening the left fingertips away from you so you get all the length from the pinky toe edge all the way up and along your body. So stay here for 2. And for 1, left hand on your left hip, reverse your triangle. So bring your front leg with you now. So you've got triangle shape in your legs, right hand up to the ceiling. So this is going to give you all this space up the side of your body. And then we take our right hand out. We reach to the wall, the frame, whatever's out in front of you there. And in that case, I'm going to reach for my block, place my hand on the block as I find Udahira Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left hand reaches to the ceiling. So with your head, you can look to the side of the room. You can look at your your big toe, or you could look up at your thumb. But the expression here is grounding down to rise up and be the biggest triangle you can. You know, this is a sacred geometry, right? This is a very stable shape. It's well known. Look at the pyramids. Look at all the things the Incas did. And the Sri Yantra in India, all of those triangular shapes. It's a well-discovered path of understanding of how sacred this shape is. Stay for another breath. And then we're going to widen our stance as we come around for a wide leg fold. Again, the block is useful here. So you take your inhale breath with your feet parallel to your short edges of your mat. There's a big halfway lift to lengthen your body forward. You want your heart guiding you forward. And then with your exhale breath, you take your fold. So you're thinking about here, the pinky toe edges of the feet pressing down. The energy running up the sides of the legs, and then in the sacrum, the flat bone at the base of the spine, that's your keystone there. That is the watery realm of Svadhisthana chakra, and it is where we feel our creativity, our sexuality, and all of the things that embolden us and create that determination to be in the flow, in the moment. Hands under your face on your block, halfway lift, big breath, inhale. And then toe heel the feet in a little closer. So we're going for a warrior stance here, but we're not as wide leg fold. And keep a little bend in your knees. So you bring your hands onto your thighs with the fingers pointing inwards, and just sort of take a moment to integrate that shape and integrate and absorb the experience of your wide leg fold. This breath work now is called Warrior Breath 1. And so as we cactus the arms, we did it earlier, but now how I'd like you to set it up is bringing the hands forward. And it is though you've got 2 opposite magnets here. They don't want to touch. They just want to be there and like play their special little dance. So that's how you begin, right? So they're never going to touch. And on the inhale, we retract the shoulder blades and we create fists with the hands. And that's a 2-part inhale. And then the exhale is shh, shh. And there's that moment of friction. They don't want to touch. So shh, 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 sit a little deeper, focus a little firmer on the horizon, and breathe with that proudness, that awareness of the magic and the strength and the power that exists within us, that through these practices you begin to pull that veil aside of ignorance and illusion, and you become the best version of you. Shh, 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 shh. Last one, retract and then stand tall with hands at fronts of thighs. Whew, that is powerful. Just take a moment. Yeah, very nice. Well done. Let's take our warrior 2 in the opposite direction. So rotate the left foot for me. Left foot points towards, away from me, and the back foot runs parallel with the short edges of your mat. Bring your hands onto your knees and then lunge into your knee. Inhale, open the arms up and find your warrior 2. And just take a moment here. It's a powerful warrior 2 now after all of the warrior breaths we just did. Super invigorating, super empowering, super strengthening. So good. Keep the lunge in your front knee and then left hand up to the ceiling. Right hand slides down the back of your leg to set us up for our extended side angle. Left elbow lands on the thigh and right arm reaches overhead. It's an angle, right? And angles are defined by their integrity. It's not floppy. It is full of integrity. So you're lengthening, you're reaching away, you're holding something precious in that left hand, right? So if I was in the room with you and it was just flopping down, I'd come and take that. I was going to say steal, but that sounds like un-yogic terminology. But yeah, you want to keep that beautiful, precious jewel in the left hand, holding here for 2. And for 1, let's reverse our triangle. So I like to take that right hand down my thigh, bringing my left leg with me, taking all of the space along my left side body, reaching overhead. As I come down, take my block, take my left hand out, block on the inside of the front foot. That brings the earth to you, right? So blocks are not a cheat. The blocks are not the easy way out. They are about building some firm foundation, like yoga is all about. How do we firm our foundation? How do we work from the ground up? How do we recognize the roots we need to lay down in order to navigate this world with that sense of proudness and integrity and wisdom that we tap into through these practices? My yoga studio is called Sthira. Sthira to me means stability, strength, and steadfastness, reliability, and an ability to withstand the challenges of our day. Lower the right hand down, coming around to our wide leg fold. Inhale, breath halfway lift, lengthen. Where's your block? Underneath you, I hope. So you can come into your fold and take a couple of big deep breaths. Here I like to think of how the waterfall of hydration flows down the spine. So as it originates in the sacrum, it flows down the spine, and on its way it permeates through all the different channels, providing fresh nutrients, energy, and also gathering up blockages, gathering up stickiness, freshening up the channels. And as it arrives in the crown of the head, we recognize we don't need it anymore. So we drop it out, we let it go. And then as you come back here, you find your halfway lift with your hands on your block. Big breath in, lengthen, crown head forward, look forward, and then toe heel the feet in. We'll take 1 more warrior breath before we head out for our day. So keep a bend in your knees, hands on your thighs. Slouchy a little, just to give yourself a bit of awareness of sitting into that seat nice and deeply. This one is a little more complicated. This one has a little bit more work for our breath, and it is requires coordination, and people get a little bit confused and they think, I'm not going to do that anymore. And guess what? Kundalini Yoga is all about staying, giving it a go, and attempting and working it out, because eventually you will understand it. So your breath work starts here. We gather the breath in, 1 part inhale here, where the hands come into fists and the elbows drawing close to the hips. The second inhale is this big expression of reaching up. So there's your 2-part inhale. The 2-part exhale is a return exactly where we were before, which is shh. And then it's a big expression of releasing that stuck energy and preparing for the new day by going shh. So 2-part inhale, 2-part exhale. Shh, 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 shh. Last 5. Shh, 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 shh. Last one. Shh, shh. Hands on your thighs. Stepping into the center line and taking a breath here with the hands at the heart. So my practices don't end in Shavasana because this is all about moving you in the direction of more. I find on the internet it's hard to keep people engaged anyway, but if Shavasana is there for you and it is able for you, please do so. Otherwise, stay here with hands at heart and take a moment. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank the technology that allows us to connect wherever you are in the world. And thank you to the wisdom and the knowledge of all of those that have come before us. Thumbs to the third eye, chin to chest. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Greet this beautiful version of yourself and the remainder of your day, or the beginning of your day, depending where you are, with the Hindi word, namaste. Thank you, everybody. Beautiful, powerful, quick Kundalini practice to get you started for the day. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye. Bye. Hopefully all of that worked.